Oh my God.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome. It is Dara with I again, and I am on Darachat with the lovely Snow, Miss Snow. Sorry, Miss. Saying Snow is just like a one thing, but it's Miss Snow, and so I'm glad to have her back. She's talking to her people on Twitch, which she should be on
Let
shortly.
me
Oh nope, there she is. Now you can hear.
bring this down.
How many screens do you have in front of you right now? 2, 3, 4?
Hold on, bud. Sorry about that. I had you muted for a bit. I was getting my stuff set up.
Oh no, it's okay.
Hi.
It's not the first. It's not the first. It's okay.
Everybody meet Darmuth.
She's
I
dual.
have to meet at the office once a week. They're Christian based. Oh, that's nice.
She's dual streaming. So she's streaming to her people, and I'm streaming to my people, and we're gonna have a conference later.
Co-stream.
Co-stream, yeah, which is a weird fascination, I guess. But I mean, if you want to stream to your whichever platform I'm not streaming to, then that makes sense. But I digress, you know. But it's pretty cool. I don't know how it works, but that's okay because I'm using something a little different than what most people are using, which is either like StreamYard or what's another one? I think Streamlabs is another one. Restream I've seen told use OBS. OBS is another
I
one.
use OBS.
There's so many. I used to use OBS, but then I was like, once they made this one, I was like, it's free and it works well. So just bang bang, yeah, bang bang done, right? So how have you been, Miss Snow?
I've been good. How about you, Darmuth?
I have been doing very well. Last week was quite a success in its own right, and then next week will be an interesting in its own right. So we'll see how it goes.
How so?
How so? Well, I haven't really gone through my streams of kind of the people who I've had on yet. Some of them have been triple, which actually quadruple tomorrow. Jack will be on. Jack Tarlett will be on tomorrow, and that'll be his fourth time. But I'm pretty sure I've gotten close to like 20 different people on here. At least 20 different people.
That's good.
Yeah. So, but
We still need to set up the interview for the other stuff for my for my podcast. We haven't done
I,
that yet.
it sounds like someone needs to put that in their calendar.
I know. I need to set it up. My days are busy. Next week I should have some time during the week.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
I see how it is. Well, next week I'm pretty busy, so I'll have to be later then. So you'll have to ask me first which day, because
Oh,
because
we'll figure it out. It's
yeah,
okay. It's
yeah,
cool. I'm
yeah.
sure I'll find someone else to fill spots if I need to.
And just like that, I was tossed to the side. That's how it works. Oh, you're not on? Oh yeah, don't ever come on ever. Anyway, no. Um I've had that where I've had to reschedule like an hour later, whatever. But stuff happens, right? Stuff that you don't know about. And I actually with you that I had to schedule almost 2 to 3 times just to
Well,
be
yeah, I
on.
was really sick. That was yeah.
You
Now
are
I'm finally. I'm still
you're
having a cough attack every once in a while, but I'm okay.
but
Much better than I was.
don't they just call that coughing though?
No, it's uncomfortable.
Well,
Can't breathe sometimes. It's really annoying.
what? Why why are you telling me this and not a doctor? It sounds like you're about to die. Goodness.
No, I mean I don't know. And hell, if I do know if it is, then I don't care. Hi, Ghost. Hi, how are you?
You care, but you don't care. That sounds that's very lifelike. The real life of
I
Miss
mean,
Snow.
like, if I die, I die. It's one of those things. But at the same time, like, the only thing I worry about is my kids.
Well, that's where you figure the parental
Yeah,
instinct for the fight of life would come in. You just be like, no,
that's exactly the instinct that kicks in whenever I'm feeling like I'm not gonna make it.
you
It's
can't
my
take it
kids. It's my kids
now.
that
Yeah,
hold me in.
yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I know because you read those stories in the past, like moms picking up cars when they're toppled child or something like that.
Oh
It's like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so.
It's that adrenaline rush is real. That mommy strength, all of that. It's all real.
Yeah. So does
Yeah.
that mean you've broken through a brick wall with that kind of adrenaline rush?
No, no,
Ah,
I haven't had to do anything along those lines, but I have been.
hmm.
I don't know. It's like there's a whole other level of focus when something happens to your kid. It's like
Yeah,
hard to explain. Yeah,
it's the tunnel vision, really.
yeah,
It's basically the fight or flight, but it's more like the fight factor, but it's more like fight protection sort of thing.
yeah.
Yeah, it go down a rabbit hole, but no, that's understandable. I mean, um, with kids, with family members, with friends, people who are really important to you, they get that certain response. But
No, that's not. It's not the same with kids.
mm,
It's not the same.
not
The
the
the,
same.
the response that you have to take care, like I don't know, to like protect like your sister or your parent or anything like that is not the same as the response that you have when you're taking care of your kid. Like
Hmm.
one, not the same at all.
Hmm.
Doesn't matter what. Until you have kids, it's one of those things that you just don't understand until those kids are around.
Right, and that's understandable. It's the whole you don't know how to parent until you're a parent sort of thing. It's like,
Oh
oh,
yeah,
right.
I always laughed at people who would always say, "I'm never gonna give my kids chicken nuggets," and no, 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 and then you see them like at McDonald's every fucking meal, and I'm like, oh, you weren't. I thought you said you were gonna be vegan. I thought you said. And I'm like, yeah, parenting is a lot more difficult than you think it is. Sometimes you just
Right,
have to feed the kid to make sure that they get fed. That's it.
right. True, but that's not really feeding them. That's more like pig slop at that point.
I mean, it's true, but again,
But
wait until you're a parent.
well, that'll be a coin toss. So, but anyway, but no, it's just like because I have a sibling who has children of her own, and she's sort of on a, you know, I don't really they don't really eat out as much, but she tries to healthy and all that stuff. And I'm just like, it's probably a lot better than what most parents do because they just go to fast food or whatever. I'm like,
Oh yeah, I used to. So I mean, I went to such a health kick once, like years ago with my kids.
mm-hmm,
I did it for about a year,
mm-hmm,
where we would eat. I mean, my kids would eat like meat and stuff throughout the week too, but nothing processed.
mm-hmm,
Absolutely nothing processed. Nothing came out of a box.
mm,
Nothing came out of like if I was eating bread, I was getting it straight from the bakery, so it was like the freshest I could get
mm,
as far as processed, things like that. For what I would eat myself was mostly vegan raw. So
mm,
a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables, and that was it. And let until the weekend, and I let myself splurge, and that's when I would eat meat and cheese and things like that too.
mm-hmm,
But I my kids were on that. They were doing it too. They were following mommy. I was home with them and things like that. And this was me and my first two kids, and then I got pregnant with number three.
mm,
So this is what we were doing. Um, and yeah, it was really interesting. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It was hard to explain, but they were very, very healthy kids. They knew how to eat their vegetables. They knew how to eat absolutely everything.
right,
And then you wind up going through, geez, life changes. Things
mm-hmm,
kind of like backtrack you, and then you start eating a little bit more processed foods again, and then you're like, oh
mm-hmm,
crap, and then it makes that easier to jump back into eating takeout, and then you know what I mean, and then you start to like
yeah,
you kind of ease your way back into the bad habits, and it's like it's hard. It is hard.
yep,
So anybody who says that it's oh well, you could just make not really, not when you're busy, not when you're juggling many kids, jobs, counseling, all sorts of shit. It doesn't. It's hard.
right,
And then everything that the kids are involved with too. They have their own lives too. You have to start playing taxi
mm-hmm,
and being present to like their um what's it called, like all of their like meetings and stuff that has to happen with their school, and making sure that you're on top of things and speaking up for things that need to be changed, like advocating for stuff and for policies that aren't being implemented. And parenting is tough. So when it comes down to it, when you
mm-hmm,
just want to make sure that they have their basic needs met, as far as like, dude, if we're gonna have chicken nuggets on a Tuesday, then we're gonna have chicken nuggets on a Tuesday, as long as the rest of the week is better food or better ideas or better, you know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
But yeah, that's like the last thing you should ever judge a parent on, ever. Yeah, there are so many kids that are out there that are completely hungry. And the last
right,
thing you want to judge them on and judge a parent on is what they feed their kid. Now the difference is if they're feeding their kid junk on the daily, and you see that their kids are like extremely obese and like completely mentally unhealthy, then yeah, that's a problem. But that's not even a place to judge. That's a place to like offer help. You
mm,
know what I mean? Like you really like parenting. No, there you go. There's my kid yelling at my daughters.
mm-hmm,
But yeah, it's not the same thing. And a lot of people want to think that, oh, well, I feel like, oh, that's if that's bad for them and this and that. Well, yeah, tell that to the parent who feels guilty because they had to take that route, because they wound up being too busy, because they had to, you know what I mean? Like it's not the same. It's not the same until you get there.
mm,
So it's all about, for me, it's all about, choose kindness, learn to be loving, learn to not judge, really. Parenting is hard enough as it is. There's no room for judgment in it. There really isn't. There should never be.
well, yeah, it's like that's easier said than done though because it's not really a reality of whatever because the saying of don't judge a book by its covers. We've all heard that from time to time, but I mean, as human beings, you're always judging beyond the point of, because whatever defense mechanism inside the brain that allows us to do that. Um, so to say not to is sort of irrelevant because it's going to happen
It
anyway.
didn't.
But yeah, no, I can understand, because again, you have a lot of people who try to parent someone else's, especially like you take your kids to like a sport, if they do sports or whatever, you have this that, and you kind of get these parents who are trying to parent everyone else but their kids. But um, the thing about it though is that um, it's at least good to have the discussions of, because even if you're not a parent, it doesn't mean you can't speak on. It just means you can't speak against that parent. It's more like speaking on observation rather than saying this is what you should do. It's more like, oh, I see.
But that's not how it's done.
Right.
A lot of people aren't doing it that way. I mean, like your comment right now was, well, then you might as well be feeding them slop. Like that in itself was a judgment. I mean, I know you're being jokeful, but like it's still a judgment. So you have to be careful with how you like approach that, especially like you don't know the situation. My point being that you don't know anybody's situation. It's in a lot of things, but especially in parenting, that's not your place. Like unless you see that child being abused, there's no reason to speak up at all.
Yeah, a lot of people do, a lot of people don't, and even parents themselves do to other parents too. So
Oh
that's
yeah,
very.
no, you're right. And it's actually the bigger thing that I've had issues with other parents is that same thing. It's like immediately, I mean, you go to playgrounds with kids, and you've got these other you have this kid running around being a terrorist. That's the best way of saying it, right? Like terrorizing all the children, all the other children on the playground, and you have to ask like, where's the parent who's keeping an eye on this one? And when you realize that that kid literally got like dumped off, and mom is paying attention more to her phone than her kid, and like, you see all that stuff happening, then that's when you have to start stepping in. But you have to be careful with how it happens. You know what I mean? Like there are tactful ways to deal with certain situations.
Mm,
There have been times when like um just recently it was a sweet mom. She didn't realize her son was bothering my son. I started paying attention to it because he said ow, and I saw my son kind of just like do like a little thing, right?
mm,
And her son was older. Her son was 5, my son was 3, so it's easier for him to kind of overpower my son. So I remember kind of calling it out because I asked, what's his name, things like that. And we were like, and he was sweet when he first was around and like introduced, and he was like wanting to play with my kid.
mm,
But then he got a little, not aggressive, but he was curious about something, and he decided to use it on my kid. And it was like a little wood chip, and he realized that there was a little splint on it, and he poked
mm,
my kid with it right on his little cheek.
mm,
And I was like, whoa, where did that come from, right? But my first thought was I called the kid. I said, hey, what do you have in your hand? And I immediately called him out, but not like, don't do that, or not. And I didn't care to parent him. I cared to like make an awareness of what the situation was. So
mm.
then the mom was just like, what is it, his hand? I was like, I don't know, but I think my son said ow, right? And then
Right.
it made mom step up.
Mm,
So, and that's how, like, if we start understanding that like her kid is a kid, he's learning, he's obviously he's got his own curiosities. I don't know how he's raised. I don't know the mentality his parents give him when he's curious,
mm,
things like that. You know what I mean? The last thing I want is for them to think that this needs like an extreme punishment, like that, because
right.
that's not the case. It's some curiosities are just curiosity.
Mm,
And it's a matter of just kind of working that way to um through certain situations with other parents.
right.
um Another thing is, again, there's the food thing. You see another kid just eating and eating and eating a whole bunch of junk food. Like you kind of have to watch, and you can't really say much, unfortunately. um but what you can do is by by presence be an influence kind of a thing. So if you notice that there's a kid that it's always eating a whole bunch of junk food, but your kid eats healthier food, you
Mm,
start teaching your kid to start offering the healthier food. So then the kids start eating healthier food too, you know? But then you have to be careful because of allergies and shit like that. So you have to be really careful.
right.
So, you know what I mean? But I mean, the reality is a lot of times that the children do have allergies or food allergies is because they've never been exposed to the food in the first place. So they
Yeah.
can't develop. Yeah.
You're talking about like certain foods, obviously, because I think like gluten's a pretty big one. Uh,
Gluten's a problem, though. Gluten's a problem for everybody. That's one thing that people don't realize. Gluten is an intolerance that everybody has, just in different levels.
mm,
Gluten is a substance that's created through processed wheat, not wheat itself.
mm,
By like processing it, like the actual like adding chemicals and shit to it creates
right,
gluten.
right.
So gluten nobody's supposed to have in their system. That's the reality. Like that's what it causes inflammation. It causes, you know, pain, like muscle pain, lupus, shit like that. That's gluten. Good
Mm,
morning, autoimmune disease. You know,
right.
but the more you understand that, the more you realize, okay, so you limit bread, you limit certain things so that it's
Mm.
safer, you know, but everybody has a gluten intolerance. It's just some higher than the others.
Wonder if
And
that's
that's
the
what
same.
creates like celiac disease and stuff like that.
Right. Wonder if that's the same for lactose intolerance if they have
Yeah,
different levels.
it
Then you have
is.
I think I've heard peanut. There's peanut allergies. There's I've heard one was strawberry. One was allergic to strawberry. I think that's a rare one though, being allergic to
It
strawberry.
is rare, but I do know some people who have developed it hormonally. So I actually know somebody who used to eat strawberries all the time, and after she had her first kid,
Mm.
she had the is when she became allergic. And kind of like,
Oh yeah.
hmm
That's always the scary part. You're allergic and your breathing access starts to close
yeah,
up.
yeah,
So
it's
it's
scary.
usually when they carry some of those people carry like a EpiPen or something
EpiPen.
like or yeah, because those are really probably the quickest way to get that medication to them is an EpiPen. But those things are quite expensive
Yeah.
for unless you have insurance. But even then, insurance is kind of like so. We'll say those are the lifesavers, that's for sure.
Yeah,
And
my one of my best friends in high school, she was allergic to nuts. Like
mm,
she's so allergic to nuts, she can't even taste amaretto. Like she can't even like if you put amaretto on chocolate or anything like that, and you do anything along those lines,
mm,
she cannot have it. That's how bad it is for her.
jeez,
So I remember in high school, so we were always in the same testing rooms
right,
because they would put certain last names like by alphabetical order is usually how you were placed in testing rooms.
right.
So she was always with me, and every time we'd be together in the room, I would check all the handed out snacks that they hand out during testing, and
Mhm.
I would grab hers first, and I'd read it, and then I'd be like, okay. Because she was so used to me like pain, like having to like take care of her. I've been mother hen since I was shit. I don't know,
Yeah.
12, like
Oh goodness.
So I've been yeah, I remember just like reading it for her, and she would always tell me when she had it or where her EpiPen was and things like
Mm,
that, just in case. So I was always prepared, just in case I needed to help her. I knew exactly when she had it, where she had it, everything along those lines. Because I know that sometimes people would give her something and she would like they wouldn't know,
mm.
and she wouldn't think about it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Usually when you have the thing, it's more of just like it's there, and then you just kind of don't think about it until the moment of, because it's more reactionary after a while, right? Like if you try to be careful as close as possible, especially when you have foods that mix with each other, or foods you buy in stores that are made in other
hmm
factories and whatnot.
yeah,
So that's also a thing too. But yeah, no, it's quite a quandary for food allergies. Like I'm not allergic to any food allergies. I have a family member that's allergic to like penicillin, but that's sort of like that's not a food allergy. Well, no, that's not a food allergy, but still
no,
it's an
yeah,
allergy.
it's an
It's
allergy. Yeah.
it's something else. It's something else.
Well, I have a fungi intolerance, so like mushrooms, I can't have.
Oh, for a second I was like, well, do you hang out with sad guys then?
Usually, yeah, apparently so.
That just sounds bad for you right there. It's like, yeah, I hang out with all the sad folks. Like, wow.
I have to be with sad guys because I can't be with fun guys.
I'm
Talk about a stupid dad joke.
great. When you're on here, that's what you get. That's what you get. Um,
So dumb. Okay. That's
but
funny though.
that's what you come here for. You come for the dumb funny stuff.
It's true.
It's like
It's true. That's why I said okay for the second time.
it was a long workout the first time, but I think we can get better at the second time. That's usually how it goes, right?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Wow, that sound of confidence right there. That just dropped
We're
like
on a limit, okay? I already told you that.
Oh yeah, she's on a time limit, so
We're on a time limit. That's the only
Yeah,
reason why I wouldn't stay here long.
she's on a time.
We'll see.
That's from
Yeah, I've got my children to take care of, to do their things for. We already talked that.
the first
No
thing,
leash, sir.
the first thing a guy hears is like a time limit. I don't need one.
Oh well, yeah, because I didn't. That day I didn't. I didn't have a time limit that day.
That's right. You
Day I
work
do.
well. Well, you work well with both, but I think you work a lot better without a time limit because you like to be a little unleashed from time to time. I could tell. You gotta be like out there, out in the wild, in the savannah.
No, not at all. I don't
Oh,
think my chat would not agree with that whatsoever.
oh. Well, you play Phasmophobia, so I mean, it's not like too far out there. Like, oh, it's a ghost. Oh no, don't let it eat me. It's a ghost. Oh no. Oh.
Oh, no, that's not unleashed. No,
Well,
I think the people that are in my chats often are well aware that it's interesting.
yeah. You're only unleashed when it's night out and the wolves are howling. That's when you're. So
Oh,
wow, that's a pretty good. Do you do that on the regular?
I
Is that what
do
you're saying?
howl. I do. I am a howler. Don't think I don't. No, I fully believe in the therapy behind it. There is so much to release in a full moon. It feels good.
Oh goodness. Now I'm gonna be
Yeah,
like,
and my kids, and I taught my kids. So my kids, when we see a full moon, and even if we're driving in the car, we roll down windows and we howl
oh
as loud as
goodness.
we can. It's fun.
Someone, silver. Someone, the silver.
It's the silver. See a silver fork get thrown.
Tink.
Wrong silver.
It's silverware. Silverware. Now you're a dead man. That's what they don't. That's what they don't show in horror movies. They always show like I think the only one that's ever horror plus comedy was Tucker and Dale versus Evil or something like that, and it just had some comedian in it, but it's always the horror movies. It's like you shouldn't go in the house, or they have that feeling like you shouldn't go in the house, and then go in the house anyways. Like I don't know if this is a comedy or a horror.
Those are the white kids. Those are the white kids who always go in the house. That's not nobody else does. Everybody else is like, okay.
Everyone does. Even the cop who's like, well, I gotta check this out. It's like, no, you don't. No, call backup. What? Get your pistol. Whip your pistol out.
It's a white kid thing. Everybody knows it. It's funny as hell.
Is that so? Oh dear goodness! It's like saying, "Well, they get adopted more than others. We just stay inside a lot." It's like, wow, wow, oh man. But yeah,
I could just say, like, as far as like Latinos are concerned, we are taught from a very young age about the cucuy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the equivalent of the boogeyman, but it's a big deal for us. Like when we know it, like if you have us outside at night and we are already more grown up and we see a dark like shadow or area, we'll be like cucuy. And like even as adults, we'll know like that's not a place to go.
Right.
So we just like leave it. We're not quite the same. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like to go ghost hunting and stuff like that, but it's very different when you go with a group and your intention is like.
I like to go ghost hunting,
but we don't go searching for it when we hear shit. We're like, nope, get out, and then we call for help. We call for backup quick.
I thought the chupacabra would be the biggest thing, but I guess not.
No, no, it's cucuy. Chupacabra is like it's a thing, but it's not. That's
Oh,
like Bigfoot.
oh yeah, it's Bigfoot, all right. Oh,
Okay, but
okay.
cucuy is anything negative that can come around and yeah, but the cucuy is also threatened, like it's a something that you threaten kids with to behave. Like if you don't go to bed in time, the cucuy will see you, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like you get that pretty often.
Uh, but you know what? It's funny because so my family,
Mhm.
um, you would think so, not so much, but all my friends' families were. So
Mhm.
it was more like through them that I would get the little lessons and hanging out with them. So it was really funny. But my parents were you're gonna get a kick out of this. My parents were like extremely conservative Christians,
Mhm.
so because of that, they were very against like Halloween, anything spooky, horror
Right.
movies, anything along those lines. Well, not my parents, my mother more.
Mhm.
Okay. My dad was very just as interested in the mysteries of everything as I was. So that's where I get my curiosities from. That's
Right.
really why I enjoy watching like National Geographics on like ancient tombs of Egypt and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like that's my dad.
Mhm.
Um, that's who he's telling me that. And then the Tales of the Crypt, X Files, all that shit. I watched that shit with my dad. So my mom would be like, "No, don't let her watch this." Like she would always call him out. And yeah, like he would tell. So we used to have our like TV. Okay, so let's just say it's like a stairway, right?
Mhm.
And then like this stairway is like open, like it's around, like a banister comes around. My
Right.
bedroom would be here, and then downstairs in this area was like the big TV and stuff like that.
Right.
So hold on, so TV and then stairway, right?
Mhm.
So I would come to the banister and I'd sneak down because I know that my dad would be watching like Tales of the Crypt or something like that. But he
Mhm.
knew I would be there. Like he kind of like look at me and he'd like keep himself quiet because he'd like know that it would get me in trouble. Does that
Mhm.
make sense?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he'd get me in trouble with my mom. But he would just kind of keep quiet, and then like later on when he'd be taking us to school in the morning, he'd be like, "What'd you think of the episode?" Like shit like that. So yeah, it was really cool. But yeah, I would sneak down so that I could like watch whenever I was still awake. But yeah, he was definitely the one that got me like interested in a lot of it. And like there's more out there. I used to listen to like Coast to Coast with him,
Mhm.
middle of the night, things like that. I used to love it.
So you like like paranormal, conspiracy, all that stuff, all
Oh
that
yeah,
stuff. Goodness,
all of it.
there's more dad jokes in that, but I've yet to be
Watch
probed
yourself.
by them.
Watch
Oh, oh,
yourself. Right now, I still like you.
not today. We're going for it. You wanted a challenge. You're gonna get a challenge. She said, "I came for the laughter, the dad jokes. Bye."
Careful.
Careful. That's what they all say. Hey,
Hi,
Steve, what up?
Steve.
Greetings, hope you're. Yes, we're doing well. We're doing dad jokes. Well, I'm doing dad jokes. She's sort of being like, "That was my dad," so stop being the joke. All right. She's doing something like that. Uh-oh. I hear the infighting.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see what's happening.
Uh-oh. Well, while she's doing that, I'll bring her back up once the situation's been resolved. She Yes, no. Oh, she's going back. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah. So it's been fun, Steve. She can only stay till like an hour's worth of time because she's got La Familia stuff to do. So, but but yeah, how are you doing, Steve? Steve the Magnificent. I don't think I should call you that. I don't think I should call you that. Wild party going in the background, perhaps. Yeah. Well, no, she has kids, so she has to deal with that while she's. And I don't want to, while she's trying to do the parenting thing. When you're trying to be a parent, you don't want to make a show of it, so you just gotta do what you gotta do. So, whenever she comes back on, I'll bring her up. But for right now, she's busy being a mom. So, But anyway, I might not be a parent, but I'm doing okay mostly ish. But you're most kind of you're most but you're ah how you said it is so odd. I'm doing okay mostly ish, but you're most kind of your. I think you're trying to say of your words. If your words makes it sound a little weirder. If your words, what? But my words too. Look, I'm easy enough to please. All right, it's not that hard. Tell me a knock knock joke and make it good enough, and I'm already on the floor. Okay, that's how good it can be. Oh, I think she's back. Hello, welcome, return.
Back.
Yeah. How did parenting 101 go?
The kids are annoying. They're the youngest is trying to get into the oldest's bedroom and all this shit. So,
Oh,
but I have
so
to tell them, like, he's used to having the space most of
mhm,
the time without you girls here because they wound up staying home because they had tummy issues this morning.
mhm.
So I'm like, you're in his space right now. Leave him alone. Leave him
Yeah.
alone. Yeah.
Get out! Get out! That's okay. You can
Oh, thanks,
you,
Steve.
you could just highly curse in Spanish like you're like in one of those shows where the mother gets very hyped up and very vocal and very quick and it's like I don't know what she said but she's got a shoe.
But she's got a shoe. True. That's it didn't get to that point, but I did
Yeah.
yell at them. I did get on them for not staying on course. They were supposed to be doing the girls are supposed to be getting ready for their dance class and
Yeah.
yeah. So
And it's like mom doesn't want to have to come in there and show you what it means to be on the ropes now, does it?
yeah, exactly. I mean, I am not opposed to that. Like, your kids want to fight so bad, get them gloves and make them do it right. Like, make them do it, and then they're gonna learn, and they're not gonna like it.
Yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
those were the days, the curbside streets, Fight Club. Yeah, it's all worth it.
Well, I mean, like siblings against siblings. La chancla, yeah, right, ghost. That's funny.
For, forget the rooster fighting. Get children in there. Just like let them fight it out. See which one lasts long enough.
Oh no, no, no. That's considered child abuse. We don't do that.
Well, if they're
Siblings
gonna
against siblings is different. That's considered discipline.
discipline, that's not how they see it.
That's how I see it. Actually, there have been times that there have been cops called because other people think otherwise, and then you tell them, "Oh no, they were fighting, and we let them fight and put gloves on them." And they'll be like, "Okay," and they step out.
I got pencils on the
That
small
shit has
one.
happened. I've seen that happen. Don't worry about it. We come from a whole different type of neighborhood.
Yeah. So very, very different. You can either be somewhere in rural or in the city. It's quite different. But it's like I got 5 pesos on the small one.
Well, no, we don't use pesos. But yeah, I mean, I guess somewhat.
You're in America.
Somewhat.
You're in America now. It's called dollar. It's called a dollar, or they call it a buck. Some places they call it something different, like pounds or shillings or uh,
Rubles.
rubles or euros. That's right, euros. Um, but yeah, it's money's different everywhere. But yeah, I get that. I was disciplined as a child, so it wasn't with boxing gloves though.
Are
But
we sure about that? I don't
what?
know.
I, you're saying I
Go
wasn't
on,
dis?
brothers. Never took me down. We weren't punching and kicking. We were wrestling. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
No, it's called the strongest survive. So you gotta choke one out and see what happens. Then you know.
Exactly.
Then you know how
Darwinism.
Darwin.
The Darwin is strong with this one.
That's where you end. That's where you had 5 kids that ended up as 3.
Oh my god! Please don't say that. That's horrible.
says the woman who does the paranormal. That's pretty. If that ain't dark enough, all right.
Yeah, but that's another level. I don't want to lose 2 kids.
That's, I didn't say. You know what?
Never
Jokes are gonna be
checked them out. But hearts. But sharpshooter though. Oh my god.
Mm.
That's Funny ghost. No, I'm just reading my chat.
Yeah, well, doing jokes with you would be hard because it'd be like, no, 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 you don't understand. The chicken crossed the road. No, but why did the chicken cross the road? Look, it's a joke for a reason. Just let it go. Just let it go.
Yeah. Okay.
You'd be the inquisitive person who's like, why do you tell these kind of jokes? Because I can be funny. Because I can.
But
Have fun.
that's true when they're funny.
And you got any better?
I'm not gonna talk about kids, 3-for-1 deal or something like that.
That's called the blue. That's called the Kmart Blue Special.
I'm gonna
right there.
choke out too. Jesus, no.
Not you. Not you.
Not me. I know, but my other kids, no.
Then
We don't let it get that far. If that were the case, I wouldn't have a sister.
I you know what? Telling jokes used to be awful because I don't have to explain it. It's like, well, it's a joke. It's like, no, it's not a joke. It's real life. You gotta stop it. Stop with this real life stuff. But no, I just it's like trying to explain a joke to Rain Man after a while is just gonna turn into a numbers game. So got you on that one. What are you drinking, young lady? What is it you're
Sparkling
drinking?
ice?
Oh, sparkling ice. I've had those before. I don't drink them anymore. I drink like
young lady, excuse me? Excuse me? Aren't I older than you?
Look, if you don't want a compliment, I can just call you a crow's feet grandma if that's what you want. I mean, I can do it. I can call you that stuff. It's okay. So yeah, first time you ever seen a woman
But
give
that's
back
like talking to me like if I was in trouble. What did I do?
I said, young lady, and you just.
What are you drinking, young lady? That's something you say to a child when they got something they're not supposed to have.
I didn't know a child
Alcohol.
I didn't know a child was a lady. I thought this was like, I just
What are you drinking?
Yeah, I'm not drinking anything right now, but thank you for asking. I appreciate it.
Stupid.
See how I handled that? See how I handled that? Professional. Thank you.
Right. You're right.
Yes, because I am
Right.
I am a 3-star professional. I'm getting there. I'm working my way up.
3-star. I'm 5-star. I'm waiting.
Congrats. I like it you grade yourself. At least I gave myself a midway. I could have gone at a 1.
No,
but
sir. I teach the courses now.
Don't you? Look at me. I teach a course. It's like, do you get paid for it though?
Yeah.
No.
Matter of fact, I do.
Oh yeah. Which one? Is that on your Twitch or elsewhere?
Everywhere.
Called you out. Called you out. Thought you could pull the wool over my eyes. Yeah, I teach something. Look at me. Ooh. I get in my link tree. There's a link to my class is called Learning How to Content 101.
Actually, you know what? I have been considering doing that because I've had some people who have been asking how I set up my overlays and how I do my setups on my OBS and stuff.
Oh, you're fancy. I'm real authentic. So just me and this and a few videos.
You're basic. That's not the same as authentic.
I'm basically awesome. That's right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm authentic too, except I'm authentic with a capital T.
Doesn't make sense. You're gonna have to explain it to me like that last joke.
No, I don't need to explain anything.
Yep, there we go. No, I've been.
I know Ghost.
Yeah, I heard that. Tell him I heard that. But yeah, I've been using.
They can see you.
What?
They can see you.
Well, congrats, guys. I can't see you though. I can only see her. You see me, but I can't see you. That's the difference. But anyway, so I've been
pull up the chat.
You know what? Just stay over there. I'm trying to say something. Anyway, so I've been using this. 15 minutes left to go, and I have to do with you giggling every 5 seconds. Can I not have a reprieve? Goodness. But anyway, so I've been using this program called Opus that makes clips out
My
of your
name is
stream.
John Cena.
Who's the real adult here? Who's the real adult here?
I'm reading my chat. He's telling you to tell him. He's telling me to tell you. It's funny as fuck. I'm sorry. Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
what I do to talk to the peoples of the world. No, you know, throw me off. Anyway, I I began using this program called Opus, and it's you. They have a free trial, whatever, but you can put your stream through it, and you can get some clips out of it. So I did it. I think you've liked one of them, so you've already seen
Oh
you
yeah.
you've already seen one. So there's some others. I was able to get yours, so your previous one has been put through. So we'll be putting some of those up later. So we have a moment. Wow, very ladylike. Yeah, appreciate it.
It is though.
Yeah. If you say so. I can't judge a book by that cover, but I'm getting some signs.
I
I'm getting.
actually do it out of spite now because of the fact that my mom kept making me not do it when I was a kid.
Do I look like your mom? A little decorum,
No,
lady.
so because of that, no,
Uh,
I don't owe you decorum.
I.
It's called authenticity.
Called being a fart face is what it is.
No, I didn't fart in your face. I burped it.
You have a real problem being a smart mouth.
I am. Thank you.
I
At least I'm
could
smart.
I could have said a lot more, but I held my tongue. You're
The
welcome.
smart ass?
Yeah, well, no, I would have done more with that, but I'm gonna hold my tongue on it.
Most people want to.
That's what she said, obviously. So she said, obviously, look at me. If I can make you just cough up your drink, that'll be the one victory right there.
No, I don't want to get my area sticky.
Well, too late for that, huh? That's right. I did it. That's how I do it. Anyway, what was I with this? I was using Opus, so your stream, your previous stream will be run through it, so I'll be getting some nice clips out of that. But they kind of are restrictive on how much time you have to buy, like credits or whatever. So it's one thing or another. But I'll be putting some people's because the funny thing was I put like the shorts on all my areas, even on the one you saw on Twitter X, but I put on YouTube, and man, those shorts they really go for. So it's been interesting to try that
Yeah.
out. But I've been trying on my other one too, and they seem to get views. But Rumble is not. It's more towards the live stream faction, not video. But hopefully, when they bring their algorithm AI thing in, it'll help equal those two things out. Recorded videos and live streams. Sorry, I don't know what they pre-recorded videos. I guess is what it would be called. So. But anyway, but yeah, no, it's been interesting to try this stuff. Oh, hey, Tomby, how are you? Nice to see you again. Tomby is an Englishman who is from across the pond, and he was in the military there. So, yeah, he's a pretty cool dude. He's got nerves of steel, and he knows how to survive out in the wild. That's all I'll say.
Nice.
Yeah, he's not like he's close to Bear Grylls, but we don't say that because that's offensive. So we say he's better than. You don't know who Bear Grylls is?
I do know who Bear Grylls is.
Oh,
I don't understand why it would be offensive.
No,
I guess
yeah, don't worry.
enough.
Yeah, I know. I had to explain the last joke to you. I don't know if I can explain it anymore. I feel like the teacher.
No, the problem with the last joke was that it wasn't funny.
To you, yeah.
I didn't say any ha-ha-has in the rest of chat.
Shame. You know what? I succeed on this show because I laugh at myself.
You succeeded.
Yeah, I am. I'm doing pretty well, actually. I didn't think I'd be here, so I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah, I'm here too. Who'd have thunk it? Hey, Raven.
I know, but you got lady curves, so that's a plus right there. and you got a mouth that could knock out a sailor. So that you have that too.
That's true. Now that part. Depending on which sailor and who's lucky enough, depends on which way they get knocked out.
That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. What kind
It
of
does.
what kind are you trying to put? Are you talking? Now you're really gonna have to explain that one.
I could use my mouth in different ways.
I know that's what my previous joke was about too.
Uh-huh. I know. Why is it? Depending
this
on the sailor.
this is this is what we're gonna end our show on. It's 30 jokes and no more insight. Uh, uh, oh,
Hello. I
uh,
know, right?
getting made fun of in both chats. It's okay. I understand. I'm a people person. That it just works out so well because I'm here. We're having a good time. That's why people come back, or some people come back. Some people never come back because it just whatever. Uh-oh. What now?
They're laughing at my joke.
Yeah. Hey, Watchman, how you doing?
Hi,
Nice to see
Watchman.
you. Yep.
Welcome in.
After you joke. Knock knock. Who's there? Oh,
Not me.
yeah, obviously. The best. One of my best right there. So,
My bad.
oh, yeah. Whoa. Technically your bad is not that bad anyway. It's just one mark off. This is
Not my dad. Exactly. Exactly.
this could be the show where you just laugh at each other. You point and stare. You make fun of each other. That's how it'll go. You came back for being laughed at. That's real treasure going on the show. You came back to be laughed at. No ghost hunting, no phasmophobia, no this or that. You just come here for that. What? What's funny now? They laughing at your jokes more?
No, we're laughing at a sound clip.
Oh, that's right. So that's right. Twitch has sound bits for your when you have like the bits. I think it's like you have to give a certain amount of bits and you get a sound plate. Is that it?
Sometimes
You- I thought that's how it goes on Twitch, right? You
it can
pay
go with it's bits or channel points or just your soundboard. Like
soundboard.
stuff that
Oh,
you
that's.
can put onto.
Do you have a soundboard?
Yeah, on my I have a soundboard in my Discord.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you had a soundboard and like
Better person
no
will
the.
laugh and scream and so I hurt herself because of my antics. It's true, Raven. Damn it. Raven loves to scare us.
Yeah.
Mother Raven. She's amazing. She's actually wait. You have your first stream today, right? Raven?
Ooh, that's so
Well, not your
Raven.
first stream,
See?
but she has a big stream today.
Oh,
I think
that's
that's planned.
so does that mean you're doing Phasmophobia later tonight then?
Way later tonight. I don't think I'll be able to play with her. I don't know if by then I will.
Yeah, you play later than I'd like to be up, so that's why I never see your
Yeah.
streams. Well, mostly. Well,
Yeah, I'll be on tonight. Later, I go to. I do TikTok.
hey babe.
I'll be singing tonight on TikTok, and then hi Abe. I'll be singing tonight on TikTok, and then I'm doing some Vaz later in the evening, way later in the evening.
You sing on TikTok?
Mm-hmm.
You
I
don't
just started last week. Finally,
you don't do karaoke on like Twitch or whatever?
no, I do it through TikTok instead.
Hmm.
I could do it on Twitch. I could do it on both platforms at the same time, but I prefer not to.
Why is that?
Huh?
Why is that?
To like expand.
No, why not do it on both platforms? If you can, why not do it on both platforms? Twitch.
Because I'd rather not. I'd rather expand. I'd rather it make a reason for people to find me in different areas.
All right, I guess I just stream to both two platforms because I'm not I've learned from others and that keeping stuff on one platform is it seems more detrimental than it is helpful. At least
Yeah.
for-
Well, I have my I have done restream where I can use my restream to do YouTube and Twitch at the same time.
Mm. Well,
And I've thought
can
about that too, but YouTube has a lot of restrictions as far as like music and stuff is concerned. A lot more. Like I can't even be live with music that is, copyrighted or whatever along those lines. So I've had a clip of me singing a karaoke song
mm,
for fun on Twitch
right,
that I had put up on my YouTube,
right.
and it got flagged immediately. So since then, I'm like, nope,
Are you
not
monetized
gonna do
there?
that.
Are you monetized in YouTube?
On YouTube, no, not yet.
Okay, because I've been hit with stream. I'm greedy and stream to five. Oh, five. So I went. Oh, he's saying he streams to five places. So no, that's
Oh,
understandable.
nice.
I only stream to two because it's the most I can handle for the time being. I mean, maybe one day, but for right now, it's a safety net, really.
Mm-hmm.
Both get the same content and all that stuff. Um, where was I? But yeah, I mean, it's just I've seen too many content creators. Oh, no, you're not wrong. Like
Copyright
I've
that
been
true.
I've been hit with a content ID thing, but not flagged. There's no issues with them. It's like when I do my pay forward streams, I hit some places that play music, but I haven't gotten flagged for them. So and of course playing the intro and outro videos, I'm not going to get copyrighted for it because the artist has already said that he's not going to copyright. So and I have video proof of that. So I'm not worried about that. Plus, I've been looking into um, trying to find an official legal way for someone to play music either on a stream or buy a song, whatever. And there is sort of a way, but I haven't tested it yet, and I'm not sure. It costs money, but it is possible to find a way to do it. You just have to follow through. So, but I'm looking into it and I'm seeing because if that's the case, I could. I'm hoping to play like maybe a song or two on stream and see, but you're not wrong in that. But if you go through the right avenues, I'm pretty sure you'd be fine. It's just
Yeah.
research. So that's what I'm doing right now with that. I did find a few places. It's just have to make sure choosing the right one because again, it does cost money, like Persona, whatever.
So with TikTok, what I've realized is you get more eyes on you quicker because everybody's just scrolling. So that's the only reason why I like to do the singing and like random chats
Hmm.
on TikTok.
Hmm.
And then I tell them that my actual streams and my actual interaction is more on Twitch. So
Right.
it brings more people in to Twitch. And that's why I like it. But two, I also like the fact that TikTok, like it's more casual,
Hmm.
if that makes sense, because it is just scrolling.
Yeah.
I feel less intimidated,
Right.
like just performing and just enjoying myself and enjoying my singing.
Hmm.
So it's just very, I don't know, like I guess that's kind of why I feel that way. With Twitch, I feel like people are more likely to come in and they're ready to like talk shit. And on
Right.
TikTok, if they don't like it, they just scroll.
Yeah. Well,
So
YouTube has its own version with shorts, but I can understand that. But yeah, then there's, I mean,
no, I
live
talk about
stream
like live music, live.
live. Yeah,
Yeah.
you still probably would get in trouble there because of copyright stuff, I would think.
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
Because it's live and it doesn't save as a VOD. And then
Oh,
if you clip, you do get to keep the VOD,
mhm,
but you can clip the parts that you'd like. Like, so on my TikTok, I do have one part of a song.
mhm.
But I sang like shit 50 that night last week. So,
Right.
um, no, I lied. Probably not 50, maybe like 30 something. Yeah.
Hmm. Trying to remember. Trying to remember.
I don't know. I was on for 2 hours singing by myself. I don't know.
I thought about doing karaoke, but I am not the bravado I once was as a small child in the opera. Um,
Agreed.
but anyway, so of course, like I said earlier, she has a limited aspect of time, and of course, she's going to be leaving soon. So why don't we hit the our promo stuff or promoting
Oh, I
ourselves?
feel like I just did. I just did.
You got more than that, obviously, but still.
Okay,
Uh,
well, I'm Snow. For those who don't know me, I'm a multifaceted content creator. I do dabble in a lot of things. as you've all heard, I do like the mysterious and macabre,
Mm,
and the spooky, and I do like to play spooky games, independent horror games that are on Twitch.
mm,
Um, I also do a few other videos and interviews for those who have experienced paranormal
right.
situations, paranormal activity. I have those on another YouTube and on Spotify under Snow's Scary Adventures.
Mm,
And then yeah, like you all heard, I do some AMA, some just chatting, along with some singing on TikTok. So that's where I am right now.
nice.
Um,
Maybe one day we'll get to hear you sing here. Maybe, I don't know. Or whatever. So, I don't do TikTok, so I wouldn't be able to hear you sing.
Look, I mean, no, but I put it on. I put the clip on X.
Oh, I have to look at it then because I didn't see it. So
Yeah.
there's always something. There's always something. There's always something coming down the line. You're just like, oop, missed that.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. So I'm trying to get in the habit of like doing that. It happens in this fourth season. It's true.
nice. All right. Well, anyway, I'll promote myself because it's my turn. Um, hold on, I gotta get up. I gotta get up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I stream to both YouTube and Rumble, obviously, so you can find me there streaming or my content and stuff. I do have a fan account on Twitter X at Vermouth, VERAMOUTHE. Uh, also, but if you want the same opportunity that Miss Snow had here the second time around, then you can contact me at the fan account at Twitter X. You can contact me at Discord at Daramuth, like a DM or whatever, or you could my email, which is like Crazer, CRAZZER 6 at protonmail.com or Crazer 6 at protonmail.com. Three easy ways to get in touch with me. Again, I offer this to pretty much anyone who wants to come on, and I've had a lot of different people, especially Miss Snow herself, her second time around, and hopefully she'll come back again. If not, well, hey, it was fun while the ride lasted, I guess.
We'll
But
see.
yeah, well, I ask, and it's like, hello, and it's like, I've had that happen though. It's like you have a person on once, and then there's like never again. It's like, well, thanks, guys. That's pretty cool. But again, that's part of
Thanks. That's cool.
like, tumbleweed goes
Appreciate
to the background. But yeah, that's what. But again, this is why I do it too, because there are millions on Rumble, billions on YouTube, and I can be connected to both. And so if I had like a million people on, I'd be set for life. But there's always somebody with something to say, something to want to talk about, and I'm not restricted on like a topic like most content creators are. They're like
Yeah, I just wanted to be in a parenting and then health food and then
paranormal, and then bad
Sure.
joke telling and dad jokes and all that stuff.
That was on you.
No, you didn't. You can't tell a better joke. You didn't tell a better joke.
I never tried, but I still got my laugh.
I know. I did too. I did too. Yeah.
But who? You?
Yeah. Exactly.
It mattered.
Yeah. That it
I
does.
matter.
We all matter. We all matter together. Now we're gonna hold hands and sing "Kumbaya." All right.
No. I mean, what?
That's what she says when she says she has a mouth like a dirty sailor. Um, or no, a dirty mouth like no dirty mouth.
I enjoy talking
I
to
don't
people
know.
as well. Mother Raven, you should totally hang out with Daramuth.
That's right. I'm. I already have a mother, but I'm willing to accept you anyway. So again, it's you can get me on Twitter X at Vermouth. You can DM me at Discord at Vermouth, or you can use my email Crazer6 at protonmail.com. And those are three ways. I've opened the door. I can only lead people to the door. They have to take the rest away. And right now, my main focus is trying to bring more people on, and
I adopt
hopefully,
everyone as my baby. It's my baby ravens. It's true. She does. Everybody's her baby raven.
well, I'm sure that discussion will be fun. But anyway, the point I was trying to make is that one day I'm hoping to build enough credibility that one day people will want to, say, come on, because content creators I follow where they ask, "Hey, who would you like to see me have on?" and they'll put their names in or whatever, and they'll never get on.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's like I'll take almost anyone because almost anyone has something to say. So there you go. But anyway, Ms. Sunshine has to leave because she has parenting things to do. So we are going to leave on one of the songs I end with. I was going to try a different one, but we'll do that next time. Actually, tomorrow. That's right. Tomorrow I have, ladies and gentlemen, Jack Tarlett is back on at 5 p.m. Eastern, and he's a pretty cool dude. So if you want to see the man himself and all his beard and glory, come on tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, and we'll be talking about whatever. Because man, he he is probably one of the people I've lasted the longest with on a stream before. So, well, close to 3 hours, close to 3 hours. So, who will beat the record? I don't know. I thought Snow would, but she was kind of a few minutes behind. So, that's what that's what you don't want to say when you want them to come back. So you can't I can't fulfill. Well, all right, see you later. All right. Well, anyway, gonna end. It's never gonna end. We're gonna leave. We'll still be laughing. But anyway, thank you guys for coming. I appreciate you all. Thank you to really, really.
What?
I know. I, I appreciate you all. I thank you all, even on her chat, whatever the people are. And I hope I'll see you guys tomorrow. So ending on a pogo song. Here we go.
Aww.